For Asgard, verse battles. I think, now verse battles are kind of dumb. I'm talking about, the Spider-Man versus Batman, Thor versus Superman, this team versus that team. It's really dumb. And I can see how it's kind of fun to debate, but it's dumb, though. Again, these are fictional characters. And I won't lie. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't take part in it. Like when I first got into the comics and the superheroes, I was really into it. But I get older, and I realize that these fictional, verse battles are pointless, very pointless and illogical. I say pointless again. I say pointless because these are fictional characters. There's not actually going to be a fight. I mean, they may or may not have fought in the comics or movies, but there's a story that has to be told. So that's why certain outcomes happen. So it really doesn't matter who wins, who loses, who has this. It doesn't matter. It's fictional. And it's illogical because these verse battles are too, they, I guess they play by a comic realistic rule. What I mean is, like, for example, Superman versus Hulk. No. Thor versus Hulk. A lot of debate there, and people arguing over these fictional characters in respect to Thor and all that. He's one of the strongest, probably the strongest, stronger than the Hulk, better than the Hulk. But Thor, he's a god. He's been in many planets, outer space. He's done it all, done more than what Hulk can endure. This guy's been alive for 1,000+ years, 1,000+ experience of fighting and battling, going against foes that are stronger than the Hulk. And then, having Hulk versus Thor, people think Hulk is stronger than Thor. Hulk will beat Thor. Oh, said in the comp, but again, a person is writing the story. These characters are not actually fighting. Someone is writing these stories. Someone is pulling the strings. It's not like these are real and they're actually fighting. But let's be realistic. These characters are not real. Thor versus Hulk. Thor would beat Hulk 10 out of 10. Why? I mean, it's like a boxing match. You're in a boxing match. You know your opponent's weakness. You'd obviously exploit his weakness. Why tangle with him? Exploit his weakness and beat him. Get it over with already. Thor can do way more than what the Hulk can do. Hulk is just strength and punching. That's it. But Thor has his hammer, magic. He goes other dimensions. He has other various, abilities with his hammer. He has the speed. He has the flight. He has the weather. So if this guy can control the weather, and his hammer can do various things, he can pop Hulk like a pimple if he wanted to. But again, it is fictional. Let's say Hulk and Thor are fighting. Thor knows that Hulk is a strong foe. Thor is strong too. Thor could punch Hulk and do all that, but you don't have to. You can pick up boulders or something and just smash Hulk with it. Use weather, make the whole place cold, lightning, thunder, all that various power. Hulk would not manage, yo. People want to be this realistic as if, you're going to tangle with characters in a fair battle. It doesn't make sense. The same thing for any other character. How was this Batman versus anyone else? And oh, Batman has prep. Like Batman and the Flash? Come on. Batman and Superman? Come on. Let's be realistic. Batman and Superman, that's not even a battle. Some people actually think Batman stands a chance. People think Wonder Woman stands a chance against Superman. If Superman has all these powers and other abilities that are superior to Wonder Woman, he can easily just blitz her. That's logical. Just blitz her, knock her head off, snap her neck off. Easily could do that. But these verse battles are just so dumb now. Maybe they always have been dumb, but I just didn't see it. They're fictional characters. People are writing and drawing them to do certain things. All these verse battles as if these fights are actually going to happen? It's ridiculous. I mean, if you have certain powers, wouldn't you just want to use them and get the fight over with? Why would you want to tangle in these battles? If a certain character has various powers, let's say, I'm all about Asgard. Let's say Loki. Loki has years of magic experience. Him going against Doctor Strange. Come on. You think this guy is just gonna, do little tricks? This guy can do various magics. Could stump and trump Doctor Strange easily. You telling me I have over 1,000 years of experience in magic, and this some newbie is gonna out magic you? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make sense. And the list goes on. But foremost, these verse battle threads and posts, they're dumb. I can see if it's for fun for the children, if you're a noob to comics, teenagers, it can be a little fun, little debate or whatever. But after a while, you gotta realize these are fictional characters. They're not actually fighting. No one is actually fighting here. I think Stan Lee said it the best. Stan Lee said it the best. What did he say? He said, people. He mentioned how people was asking who's stronger than who would win, and then Stan Lee said, they're fictional characters. If the story's about Thor, he's going to win. If the story's about Spider-Man, he's going to win. And he's right. These are fictional characters. They're lines and colors. They're not real. They're not actually fighting. No one's going to fight. You could have a writer that hates a certain character and he's writing for him. He might let that character get beat every single time. So is that going to be legit? Is that going to be, the defining point of who's stronger now? You get a bad writer writing for a character and he lets this character get beat all the time? Are we going to use that as evidence, to make these battle threads? It's just so confusing. It's so nonsensical. Superhero verse threads are a waste of time. I mean, every day I see them on Facebook. Like, who cares? Like, do we not have anything better to talk about than who would win in these fictional battles? Always talking about maybe not the same, sometimes it's different, but it's like they're still fictional. Don't we have something better to discuss rather than who would win in a fictional fight that's not even going to happen? And even if it does happen, someone is going to make it happen. They're not like these characters are fighting on their own. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. I can see if it's like anything real, like boxing, other sports. You can have an actual debate. past or present, you can actually have a debate. You have the stats, you have the facts, you've seen them do their thing. But they're fictional. They're not real. They're actors. They're cartoon characters. It's a book. It's just so nonsensical. But anyways, for Asgard,